Hello, everybody. Good afternoon from Japan. This is the B-League, and it's Ibaraki Robots taking on Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Well, the Adastria Mito Arena played host to a thrilling game yesterday that did not go the way of the home fans of the home team, Ibaraki Robots, falling by just 1 point to Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. One thing you have to say about Ibaraki, boy, they have played some close games and they have suffered some tough defeats in recent times, but nevertheless, still safe late in the season, trying to protect their B1 status. You look at the 8th place there in the Eastern Conference, and they are 8-41. However, over in the Central, you've got Shinshu and Toyama trailing behind them. So those are the two teams in the relegation zone. And meanwhile, Yokohama B-CORSAIRS not having quite as good a season as last year, but keeping their, I would say, dwindling hopes alive of reaching the playoffs with the win. And no surprise, Yuki Kawamura right in the middle of all of the action. But here is a look back at yesterday's game. You can see it was Yokohama winning it 94-93 and getting that late winner, the heartbreaker, the heartbreaking shot that hurt the hopes of Ibaraki was Sudo, who is without a doubt one of the main men that you have to keep an eye on in this competition today. So those were his numbers, that biggest shot coming right at the end. And the lineup, once again, Sudo there, number 30, the hero amongst this roster. And you've got Yutov, Tanaka, Kawamura, Sugiura, all the way down that roster. It's a good roster. It's a Yokohama team that I think had high expectations. Kai Soto, the Filipino international, has been playing really well lately. Kento Mori as well. This is what he did yesterday. Kento Mori, the captain of Yokohama, played 12 minutes, had the 2 points, had the six assists, and usually trying to set up his teammates, somebody we want to keep an eye on today. And for Ibaraki Robots, look at their roster. You got Kennedy, Asai, Tapscott, Matsumoto, Nakamura, Hisaoka, Yamaguchi, Oba, Hirao, Surumaki, and you go all the way down to Luke May, who recently joined the team, began the season in Turkey. Of course, legend of University of North Carolina, and then won the national championship when he was there, and he has come to this team and really given them a lift. So you want to keep an eye as well. We looked at Kento Mori, and you have to look at, for Ibaraki, number 25, Hirao. Hatsunobu Hirao. And again, a player that you have to keep your eye on. He doesn't give up on plays. And really pulled out all stops yesterday. There he is, getting some instructions. And again, that is the relegation situation. So Ibaraki feeling the pressure. Just 2 games clear the drop zone. Shinshu Brave Warriors 6-43. Toyama Grouses 4-45. And you know, it could come down to who's playing who at the end of the season, and that's why you need to get as many wins as you can, because you just do not know how the end of that season, especially with Shinshu just a couple of games behind. Ibaraki wants to get a couple more wins to try to get some breathing room. Jared Utoff, Yuki Kawamura, Kai Soto, Devin Oliver, and also the hero Koya Sudo, the hero from yesterday, still smiling after hitting the game-winning shot. And Coach Aoki. But Ibaraki, it doesn't get much easier, really. They've got an away game at Hokkaido and a couple against Alvark Tokyo. So that's going to be tough. Akita, Northern Happiness, 2 against Chiba Jets, a couple against Sendai 89ers, and then a couple against Utsunomiya Bricks. So that is a very tough run-in for them. And meanwhile, for Yokohama, they've got this one again today against Ibaraki. And remembering, they had lost 3 straight. They'd lost a couple last weekend to Alvark Tokyo. After this, they go up against Shinshu, so that'll be a game the Brave Warriors will be circling on their calendar, a chance to perhaps get a win. So starting 5 will be Kennedy, Tapscott, Hirao, who was emotional after missing that last shot yesterday that could have tied the game. Tsurumaki and Luke May. Luke May comes from we have Glessman as well, the head coach. Luke May's brother, Drake, potentially a lottery pick in the NFL draft coming up this summer. Comes from a big sporting family, and on his adventure, having been in Europe, now in Japan. And will he make the difference today? He's really played well since coming to this club, averaging 21.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 2 assists per game. So Tapscott for Ibaraki, as well as Tsurumaki, Hirao, Kennedy, and May. Number 32 for Ibaraki in the starting 5, and for Yokohama it's going to be Jared Utoff, Yuki Kawamura, Kai Soto, Devin Oliver, and Koya Sudo. So Glessman, the head coach. And all you can do is not fret about what happened yesterday. If Ibaraki, you could try to draw some encouragement, some strength from the fact that you have been playing really good competitive basketball and maybe just lacked a little bit of luck yesterday. A 94-93 defeat. May had 26 points. O'Brien had 23. We are underway, folks. So Yuki Kawamura, number 5, And Yokohama B-CORSAIRS with the first possession, and Kai Soto fouled by Tapscott as he gets inside. And Kai Soto has really elevated his game. Really impressed. And you can't just let him run into the paint like that. If you're going to be having any chance today, Ibaraki, they need to really put their bodies on him and keep him away from the basket. So an early opportunity for Kai Soto. And the Galas International misses the first. Did a pretty good job on him yesterday. Kai Soto ended up with 10 points, 7 rebounds. He's had some bigger games of late, and here he comes out today and misses the first couple. Here's a three-point shot. It's good. So the first one from Luke May. And he is just feeling it right now, folks. I mean, he has gone from playing in Turkey, and I think in a frustrated situation there with that team, Tofaş Bursa, who have actually made a nice little run in the Basketball Champions League, but he has fit right in with this Ibaraki team. And of Kai Soto with the foul, the bump at midcourt. This is Yuki Kawamura missing with his first attempt. They'll play at the Olympics this summer for Japan. But after this game, they go up against Shinshu, then a couple against Santa and Neo Phoenix. That'll be tough. Seahorses Mikawa, Yokohama, then with Efi Nagoya a couple, then Shinshu Brave Warriors again, and then Kawasaki Brave Thunders, who they finish up against. So it's unlikely that they're going to get enough wins, but you never know if they could go on a winning streak right at the end. Jared Utah swoops in for the rebound. Kawamura gets it down low to Soto, passes back out. Kawamura gets it to Kai Soto, and he is fouled and goes up. And you can see there's nobody on the floor right now that matches up with Kai Soto, and they're going to try to exploit that as much as possible. I mean, Luke May gives away probably a good 4 inches at least. Here's Soto. He just missed a couple of free throws, but he makes this one. Here's Luke May, and this time misses from deep. And Yuki misses with his drive. And Luke May catches the ball. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but Luke May saw the ball coming short, and 27-year-old forward went up and got it. Here's Devin Oliver, guarded by Kennedy. And the left-hander scores to tie it. Uriah trying to make the bounce pass to Tapscott. And Devin Oliver saw it coming. Here's Kennedy knocking down the three-pointer. He's been averaging just under 13 points per game. And the drive and the basket is good from Koyasudo. And that's goal interference. It was on the way down for Luke May. Well, close. It looked closer. Looked like a pretty good block attempt, but I think it was definitely on the way down. The fast start for Luke May once again. Kawamura drives in to the baseline, brings it back out. And a little bit of contact and a foul called. If you're not going to be able to guard Kawamura like that, you're not going to be able to guard him. That was very touchy. It's hard for him to, anybody to keep up with Kawamura. And just like they've got a mismatch against Soto down low, it's difficult for anybody to guard the smaller Kawamura. Luke May brings it up quickly, hands it off Kennedy. Behind, and Soto trailing is fouled by Kennedy, so he will go to the line. Such a good pass from Kawamura behind the back. And Soto's now missed 3 free throws. So he takes his time, makes the second. He looks a little tired. Tony O'Brien comes into the game. Here he is posting up. Well, they're going to call the foul at the other end, as they did when they were guarding Kawamura. They're definitely going to call that one. Here is a little runner, a little floater. Ball tapped out, good hustle, but Utah, who's coming into the game, has it, drives, and puts it up and in. The wiry Utah does a good job with his body. Tap Scott, bounce pass to O'Brien. And what a play. He got Kai Soto off his feet with the pump fake, and now he's going to the line for a three-point play. So nice pick and roll, and Kai Soto has to go out. Josh Scott's going to come into the game. Kevin Oliver also is going to sit down. There's Scott, now 40 years of age. See also number 9 coming into the game. Yusei Sugiura, and he does not make the free throw, Bryant. Here is Utah, hooping and scooping. Couple of shots down low, and tell you, worry about Soto, but now Utah is really going to work down low as well. Now the drive and the miss, and now Yuki Kawamura brings it up. Another fancy pass back to Utah. Let's go. O'Brien, strong move. Another and one coming. See if he can convert this one. Just went right at Josh Scott. So this time Bryant, who averages 15.1 points, 7.1 rebounds, already has 5 points. Well, it looked like Kawamura lost it. It gets it back. Look at the pass from Kawamura into Sugiyota, who puts it up and in, high off the glass. Kennedy into the corner, tap Scott back out to the wing, and look at that, the ball falls. Shooters roll, and good looking three from Nakamura, knocking it down. Timeout on the floor. Coach Aoki wants to talk things over. He's wide open. He's got to take it, and he's got to make it, and he does. Well, it's been a struggle for Yokohama this weekend. They got the win yesterday right at the end. Josh Scott, good job keeping his balance after the contact. Tap Scott, back outside to Bryant. Steps back, puts it up for three. Oh my. It's not just the power game for Johnny O'Bryant. He can also knock it down from downtown. And Kawamura lets it fly, knocks it down himself. You have to keep reminding yourself that Kawamura is just 22 years of age. Tap Scott. Oh, Kawamura steps in and, no, excuse me, Sudo. They call a charge. So Sudo, yeah, looked like a good call. Kawamura just hit one and make that back-to-back from Yuki Kawamura. And Coach Glessman decides we better disrupt number 5. He's starting to get into the flow. I need to give our guys a little bit of a reminder. Don't leave number 5 open. 6 points for Kawamura. And Yokohama closed the gap to just 1 point. Well, in many respects, it's pick your poison when you guard Yuki Kawamura, because if you come out close, he's hard to stick with. He'll run past you and either score or pass to a teammate. If you lay off of him, he can hit the three-pointer, as he just showed you. So coming out of the timeout, Ibaraki Robots. Nice open shot, but missed. That was Yamaguchi. Hayato Yamaguchi. And now Yokohama with a chance to go in front, having trailed. Kawamura. Back to Utah. Shot clock winding down. Utah gets it up. And boy. And that was not good from Ibaraki. Just kind of standing around thinking the ball is going to go out of bounds. Look at this. You need to be a little bit quicker reacting. So the ball's going to stay at this end. Kintamori checks into the game. The captain who we highlighted at the start. And Yuki Kawamura a little bit closer and puts Yokohama in front. So that is their first lead of the game. O'Brien just powers his way up. Big number 84. Got a number like a big tight end or a wide receiver. Great drive. The pass to the wing. Utah misses it. Luke May rebounds and runs. Now gets it down low. Yamaguchi fouled. Saw the mismatch. All he had to do was throw it in there high. Both free throws good. Yamaguchi. And one coming. That's a good play for Yuki Kawamura. He's already got 10 points. And again, it was the pump fake. And the N1, it's good. So 27 apiece.
Let's go.
O'Brien. Luke May with the offensive rebound. Passes it back out. O'Brien spins, turns, back outside. Yamaguchi. Oh, those offensive rebounds are so crucial. Josh Scott trying to put the ball on the floor. Not a good idea. Here's Luke May. Oh boy, Luke May got too deep. It's almost as if he took off too soon. Kenta Mori for three. He misses, and O'Brien not able to box out, but Josh Scott kind of forgets at the end of the quarter. So 30-27, Ibaraki Robots on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS in the second game of the weekend. Remember, Yokohama winning the first one by 1 point yesterday. So coming right out of the start of the second quarter, Luke May puts it up and in and is back to a 5-point lead. Now the turnover. And the momentum right back here with Ibaraki. Now from the corner. But offensive rebound. They only had 9 yesterday. They're doing better in that category today. Devin Oliver brings it up and left alone. Sweet stroke with that left hand. O'Brien, powerful move. Well, he's just dominating the 30-year-old. Scott spinning, gets blocked. The help comes from Luke May. O'Brien shows the handles, hands it off. O'Brien on the break, short. Luke May with the rebound. Yamaguchi. How sweet was that? And it's almost as if Coach Aoki's Yokohama B-CORSAIRS have been sleepwalking here at the start of the second quarter. They didn't come out with any intensity. The team with all the intensity is Ibaraki. That was the help and the block from May. And here is O'Brien missing, but May swoops in for another offensive rebound. And then Yamaguchi does the right thing, and all Josh Scott can do is watch. So 36-29, right when it seemed Yokohama B-CORSAIRS were right back to where they wanted to be, Ibaraki Robots go back up by 7. Well, that was a long inbounds pass as we get going here. Once again, out of the timeout. All it took was a minute and a half for Ibaraki to reestablish themselves, and now Devin Oliver goes in for the layup. Luke May open. It's a long 3 again. I thought it was a long 2, but he had both feet behind the arc. And whatever it is about Japan, Luke May likes it because he's playing well since his move from Turkey. That long jumper no good as well. Luke May had the ball in his hands, brought it down. Biggest lead of the game right now, 8 points for Ibaraki Robots. Kenta Mori, boy, the pass from Oliver led him too much. Now Johnny O'Brien almost has it taken away. But they retain possession. Oh, boy, that was a terrible pass from Hisaoka. And there is driving in and scoring Sugiura. O'Brien. It's just little exchanges like that that have plagued Ibaraki this season. Now Hirao missing it from deep. That was early in the shot clock, but the pass thrown right into the hands of Hirao. He decides to bring it back outside. Luke May steps to his left, misses this one. May now 2 of 4 from deep. Kai King steps back, and May with the rebound. O'Brien passes it back outside. O'Brien has it. He goes up and thought he might pass it out. Decided to go. This May was wide open. Here is a 3. Well, that's a big swing right there. Sugiura stroking it after the missed layup, albeit contested, and it's back to a 3-point game. How about that? Uriel just allowed to go right down the lane. Sugiura, well short. Not understanding that offense at all. Luke May to the corner. Hisayoka hands it off. And driving in Yamaguchi. Oh, good finish from Yamaguchi using the glass. Really has a promising future, Yamaguchi. You look at his body. Maybe he could get a little bit stronger. Work on his quickness a tad. So, whistle stops play. And teams head over to the benches for a timeout with 4:43 remaining in this second quarter. Feels like Yokohama just can't quite get out of second gear today. Yamaguchi with 9 points, coming off the bench. And here he is going to work, putting it on the deck. That was a terrific finish. Didn't seem like he had enough elevation there to, enough hang time to get that off, but he did. Yamaguchi in his second season with Ibaraki, before that with Hokkaido. Utsunomiya, the ball turned over, coming out of the timeout. Kawamura had 13 assists yesterday. And boy, that looked like a perfect pass that Oliver just did not catch. Scott. And again, you can't emphasize enough how crucial this game is, especially Sudo with the foul, especially for Ibaraki Robots. They need as many wins as they can get. They're only a couple of games ahead of Shinshu, who occupy one of the 2 relegation spots. Oliver takes it deep, passes it back outside, and Kennedy with the foul. It almost looked like Yokohama were seeking the contact on this. Watch this. Sudo. No, in fact, he didn't. He just went up, and Kennedy put Sudo on the line. Sudo misses the first. been a long time. It's been a while since Ibaraki have won a game. You have to go all the way back to March 24th when they beat Hokkaido. Wow, Sudo misses both. Tap Scott, Kennedy. Yamaguchi with the rebound. Passes it back outside. I like the ball movement. I like what Yamaguchi's doing. High arcing three, and it rims out, but there is Kennedy, and the offensive rebounds, a big factor in this game. Foul out on the perimeter. I'm looking at the updating stats, and it only has Ibaraki robots with, I don't think it's updated. Only has them with 12 rebounds overall and 3 offensive rebounds. I would have thought they would have had about 10 offensive rebounds by this stage. So Kai Soto checking back into the game. Also Jared Utoff. 9-point advantage for Ibaraki. A perfect first half for them in terms of getting some separation. And O'Brien has been really good since he checked in and hands it off to Yamaguchi. Kennedy, I'm not sure that's the shot they want, but they're going to take it, and they're going to make it. Kennedy not messing around, feeling the confidence. Biggest lead of the game, 12 points. And that's when you know you've got a star in your team. Yuki Kawamura comes right back and answers with a 3 to make it a 14-point game. And just a silly turnover gives it back to the Corsairs. Here's Kawamura. He has been stroking. He's got 3 threes, 14 points. Kai Soto. It's time to go to work. And look at the great offensive rebound. Soto doesn't score. Oh. Ibaraki fans appealing for an unsportsmanlike on Sudo, but he's not going to get it. Here we go. Watch this. No, that's just a blocking foul. 2 fouls, however. And Luke May comes back in. Here's Kennedy. Battle for the rebound. Utah goes behind his back and is fouled by Kennedy. Utah did a good job going behind his back and then getting tripped up to draw the foul. So any more, and they will be on the line. 1:37 remaining. Coming back into the game is Hisaoka. Kawamura goes tumbling down, gets back up. Utah about 2 meters behind the arc. O'Brien goes behind the back outside. Yamaguchi, he's been excellent, passes it back outside. 3-point shot is good. So Nakamura knocks down another one, the left-hander. He's got 2 threes, 6 points in the game. And Kawamura, for the 4th time today, knocks one down from deep. He's got 17 points. Last season's MVP, playing like an MVP right now. Luke May pumps, drives a little runner. 14 points for Luke May. And he just continues to score at will with Ibaraki. I don't understand this strategy. What is going on? Why? That's my only question. Yuki Kawamura. Dribbles left. And the bump, O'Brien. They are over the limit. So free throws for Yuki Kawamura. And that is just a bad foul. Bad foul. He's not trying to foul him, but it's a bad foul because it puts him on the line with 2.8 seconds remaining. And that's exactly what Kawamura was looking for. Tapscott back into the game. Kai King comes back into the game. Yuki Kawamura doing Kawamura things today. I mean, you can't help but love what he brings to the sport, not just in Japan, but Asia and internationally. Doesn't matter how big you are, it matters how much heart you've got and how much talent you've got, and he's got it in abundance. He makes both free throws. And it's just little things like that that can trip you up at the end of the game if you're Ibaraki. 2.8 seconds, still time. Tapscott, dangerous pass, and wisely holding on to it, Hirao, so he doesn't turn it over and give away an opportunity. We're at halftime. Ibaraki Robots leading at 53-44 over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS.
Thank you RDT 後半もよろしく。さあ続きまして本日の来場者参加型イベント VS-RDT 第2弾のお時間となります。事前応募で参加権を勝ち取った6名のチャレンジャーに登場していただきましょう。皆さん拍手をお願いいたします。さあ RDT 愛強めなチャレンジャーにお越しいただきました。皆さんチャレンジありがとうございます。さあそれでは、対決のルール簡単にご説明いたします。3人1組のリレーを RDT と VS ということで2回戦方式で戦っていただきます。第1走者はボトレンドペンライトにボールを乗せて挟んじゃダメですよ。はい、乗せてダッシュ。そして第2走者がモップでボールを転がしながらダッシュ。そして第3走者はコンがあると思います。はい、こちらジグザグしてドリブルをして先にシュートを決めた方、皆さん、あちらのロボスケがいる方のゴールにシュートを決めた方が、チームの勝利となります。これスリーポイントでも何でもいいんで先に決めた方が勝ちとなりますんでね。はい、このガチ対決に勝利した方にはシティエディションユニフォームを着用した RDT メンバー全員との記念撮影券をプレゼントいたします。今日しかないレアな機会となっておりますのでぜひ勝っていただきたいです。さあそれでは早速 A チームと RDT メンバーの対決に移っていきましょう。まずは A チームナナさん、そしてリリカでいきますか。はい、それでは第一走者の方準備良さそうなので参りましょう。位置についてよーいドン。さあナナさんいけるか。おおリリカ早い。さあ慎重だナナさん。リリカ早い早い。さあナナさん頑張れ。ナナさんから今度はケンさんに行く。ケンさんに、はい、これは難しいよ。なんかすごい上手にのぞみ止まれるの。それ止まれるの。止まれるの。あ、すごいなんかめっちゃ上手だけど。さあいい感じになってきた。いいよデッドヒート。危ない危ない危ない。さあこれはドリブル対決になるか。さあここはガチンコジグザグジグザグ。さあひろみさん頑張って。さあ決めれるか渚。いやここは外した。チャンスまだある。ひろみさん頑張れ。いけるいける。いやー RDT の勝利。お疲れ様でした。 RDT にまずは大きな拍手を。いやー最後でもいいところまで来ましたよ。 A チームの皆さんにも大きな拍手をお願いいたします。いやナナさんケンさんひろみさん、いやいい戦いでした。ありがとうございます。さあもうこれでね皆さんも分かったと思いますが、今度は B チーム RDT はここ同じメンバーで来るんで疲れてます。はい、なので B チームの方頑張ってくださいね。はじめモカさんから行くのかなこれは。さあ行きましょう。では第1走者準備良さそうなのでいきますよ。第2レース位置についてよーいドン。さあいい感じ。モカさんがいった。おいい感じ。これはいい感じ並んでいるよ。いいよ。さあリリカもいい感じ。さあここが問題ここが問題。さあのぞみがちょっと出遅れた。早いけど止まれるのか止まれるのか。うまいめちゃめちゃうまい。藤重さんめっちゃうまい。さあそしてゆずきちゃん絶対経験者でしょこれ。めちゃめちゃうまい。さあゆずきちゃん一発で決めれるか。ゆずきちゃんいやーさあいけるか。渚が追いついてきた。いやーゆずきちゃんが決めました。ということで勝ったのは B チーム。大きな拍手を。いやモップすごいな。藤重さん絶対掃除の人でしょ。めっちゃ上手でした本当に。いやおめでとうございます。ということで勝った B チームには試合終了後に RDT との記念撮影会のプレゼントということになります。改めて B チームおめでとうございます。大きな拍手を。さあ本当にチャレンジしてくれた6名の方ありがとうございました。VS-RDT 今後も定期的にこのように開催していきますので、 次回の対決も皆さんどうぞお楽しみにということで、以上ハーフタイムショーでした。皆さん RDT にも大きな拍手をお願いいたします。 Thank you リリカ、のぞみ、なぎさ、ありがとう。では後半開始まで今しばらくお待ちください。
それでは B リーグパートナーズをご紹介いたします。 B リーグトップパートナー、ソフトバンク、 B リーグパートナーズ、富士通、日本郵便、 G ショック、日本生命、 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズ、朝日新聞、日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬、野村工芸社、EY ジャパン、ヤフー、エニタイムフィットネス、アーシャルデザイン、 B リーグサプライヤーズ、モルピン、アガストリア、 B リーグエンターテインメントパートナー、ソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー、ダイム、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナー、スポーツくじウィナー。以上 B リーグパートナーズのご紹介でした。続いて茨城ロボッツオフィシャルパートナーズをご紹介いたします。プラチナスポンサー、アガストリア、ケーズ電機、グロービス、ゴールドスポンサー、ジョイフルホンダ、メルカリ、常陽銀行、茨城トヨペット、トヨタカローラ新茨城、八つ文字学園、シルバースポンサー、ユードム、ホリーフードサービス、エコスカード、日本原子力発電、 JA グループ茨城、茨城積水ハイム、東証
一人でも多くの方に着席いただけるよう席を詰めてのご着席をお願いしております。ご自身以外のお席に荷物を置いての接触行為はおやめください。場合によりスタッフに直接お声掛けさせていただく場合もございます。お座席が満席の場合、立ち見エリアでのご観戦をお願いしておりますが、立ち見での観戦は2階通路の立ち見可能エリアです。立ち見禁止エリアでの立ち見はできませんのでご注意ください。また本日に限り、会場内に中継映像をご覧いただける臨時休憩所をご用意しております。小さなお子様連れの方など、立ち見での観戦が難しい場合には2階の休憩所をご利用ください。皆様のご理解ご協力をお願いいたします。
Well, we're at halftime, and it is Ibaraki Robots on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS today. Luke May coming out and hitting a couple of threes in this first half. 53-44 is the advantage for the Robots, who are in dire need of a win today after losing the heartbreaker yesterday. Remember, they've got 8 wins and trying to remain in the B1 League. Yokohama B-CORSAIRS made it to the playoffs last season, on the outside looking in right now, but very good team. Johnny Bryant coming out, playing some good basketball today. He's been terrific. He's got 12 points. Sugiura coming off the bench for Yokohama, getting it done. Kawamura, not just with his scoring, his passing, but he has been solid, catching it down low here and scoring. He has 19 points. Kawamura hitting a couple of free throws right at the end of the first half. But this is one of the problems, and this is why I think from an offensive rebounding standpoint, it's been a real advantage for Ibaraki today. But again, they're only credited with 5. That surprises me. It seems like they've got a lot more. Yamaguchi has been terrific. He has 9 points, including that 3 right there. Did not go, but the offensive rebound, another offensive rebound and put back. And Kennedy strokes this one. Kawamura. 4 3-pointers for him in the first half. Okay, so yeah, it's 19-18 advantage on the boards for Yokohama. But I tell you what, those are some important offensive rebounds that Ibaraki have been able to get. They've got 9 second chance points to 4 for Yokohama. "27 points come from the bench. A lot of that Johnny O'Bryant and Yamaguchi. That's the majority for the home team.
あスコア53対44、ロボッツの前半のスコアリーダー2つからご紹介していきましょう。ルーク・メイ
So Yamaguchi, one of the keys in that first half, then passing it out, also hitting a couple of three-pointers, very important shots for Ibaraki Robots. Nakamura,
もうみんなで勝ちに行きましょう。ロボッツマスター
Yamaguchi passing it to him. So two of the three key men off the bench teaming up with that one.
後半もよろしく。
Well, Kai Soto has looked a little tired today. I mean, that's the only way you can explain his performance, because he should really be out imposing himself, in my opinion. Just 4 points, 1 rebound, 7.5 minutes, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. So Soto can really pick it up. Devin Oliver has been relatively quiet, 6 points, does have 5 rebounds.
第3クォーターのスタートです。
But any team with Yuki Kawamura in it is going to be a problem. You know that the Corsairs are not going to go quietly. Here's Kawamura. His pass to Soto, and right on cue, Kai Soto. And that, you know, the way they team up, they've had a very, I thought, really good partnership last week. And they've done well throughout this season. Here's the drive. Oh boy. Yamaguchi could not have asked for an easier shot that he missed. And Utah for 3, and we're going to see a quick timeout here. And I don't blame Glessman for taking it, because I don't know how Yamaguchi misses the wide open 3. Lack of concentration. And that was Luke May batting it out to the perimeter. And gives up the three-pointer to Utah. And just like that, the lead is cut to 4.
せーの。さあみんな後半もいくよ。せーの。じゃあせーの。もちろん。
Glassman really having a go at the referee about a foul that he feels like wasn't called. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he seems pretty convinced. So you know things are not going your way if you give up 5 quick points in the first 49 seconds. Luke May drives in, misses, gets the ball back, and suddenly Ibaraki having a hard time making layups. Yamaguchi drives in, goes right at Kai Soto. Well, that was a great finish and a much harder shot than the one that he missed. Utah, beautiful shot. Wow. 2 in a row for Jared Utah. That was a quick 3. And the foul sends Tapscott tumbling to the hardwood. So he got, I don't know, I think that's pretty weak. I don't understand how they call that. Kai Soto, first of all, he was having his shirt tugged. That's a very weak call on Soto. So Scott comes back in. And I think this is a much more favorable matchup, especially when they bring in Johnny O'Brien. A much more favorable matchup for Ibaraki. The question is, when is Johnny O'Brien coming in? Hirao gets it back to Tapscott. Hirao for three in the corner. 3 points separate. Uh-oh, Utah full of his third three. Does not make this one. And Scott, oh boy. So Josh Scott hustling in, keeping the ball alive, goes out of bounds, and it's ruled off of Luke May. So they can tie it with a three or close the gap to one. Sugiura loses his handle, falls down. And that was a cheap turnover. In the corner, and it's a big play. It's a huge play when you think about it. So Suramaki knocks down the three. Instead of pulling within one or tying it. And that's how things go. You know, you turn it over cheaply and you get punished, and then that is a huge momentum swing. And he knows it. Nice no-look pass to Tapscott, who spins himself into trouble and is fortunate that he hasn't turned it over. Watch, he turns right into the double team, or he creates the double team. I think he just needed to go up with it or pass it back outside. Nice bounce pass, give and go. Tapscott, good challenge from Utah. And Scott Kawamura fakes to the corner. Sugiura off the front of the iron. Luke May, beautiful bounce pass. Hirao forces one up, and great work, Tapscott with the follow. Wow. Hard to believe that's Tapscott's first 2 points of the game, but it is. Sudo, back to Scott. Another chance to run. Lead back to 8. Tapscott, May, spins, passes out to the wing. And look at that. Suramaki with the three. The lead stretches back to 11 points. And you go back to the turnover by Sugiura when they could have closed the gap to one or tied it. And since that point, it's been all Ibaraki. 8-0 run. And Suramaki's three-point shooting is coming into handy. He's taken He's taken 2 3-pointers and he's made both. So Yokohama B-CORSAIRS forever in comeback mode. They keep digging holes for themselves and climbing out. And now the pass goes out of bounds. So Johnny O'Brien back in the game. Shot clock winding down. Hirao puts it up. And there's the putback attempt by Tapscott. Does not make it. Probably one he should have had. Kawamura on the break. And again, that is a 5-point swing. Huge miss from Tapscott. 5 3-pointers now for Kawamura. Yamaguchi to Tapscott. Surakama missing. Suramaki rather missing. Kawamura thought about it. He's going to turn. He's going to pass it back out. Utah lets it fly. Having one of his better games, shooting it from deep. Nice finish. Yamaguchi. Utah 3 of 8. Here goes Kawamura right down the lane. Misses the layup. And the foul by Kai King. Johnny O'Brien backs his way in, now steps back, puts it up, and it rims out. Kai King steps back, now looks, now drives, a little runner. Good rebound, Tapscott. 6 rebounds for Tapscott. Ooh, O'Brien almost turning it over. Here's Kennedy. Quiet third quarter, but here he is. Little turnaround bank shot. He's definitely got some offense. Utah Takes it back outside to Oliver. Looks down, sees his feet are behind the arc, and makes the three. And O'Brien takes it deep. Earns a trip to the free throw line. And Josh Scott really feeling that one. Or no, Kai King, excuse me. Kai King, watch him step in. Ooh, took it right to the sternum. First one good for Bryant. And they must be thinking, we just can't shake this Yokohama team. Feels like they should be on top by more. It's a 7-point lead. But we've seen time and time again, Yokohama come back. Nice spin, Kai King. They turn it back over. Sugiura, and a chance to make up for that earlier miss, but missed, and now the turnover, rather, the ball goes off of Oliver and out of bounds. Here's the drive, Kennedy, and he can't get it to go. Ball knocked out of Utah's hands, and he saves it and bounds back to Tapscott. Now the pass whipped over to the corner, back outside. Now Kennedy, and he is held by Kawamura. Three-point look. Well, it was good, but Nakamura didn't knock that one down, and now Utah has it. And the three is good. And it's a 2-point game. Nice little impetus contribution here. 5 points from Kai King in this third quarter. Almost an over and back as well. Oh, nice spin, Yamaguchi. Oh, and he made a good move. Jump stop, and then was going back to his left.
ツーショットが当たります。シューター4人スタート。ロボッツ選手交代。29番、クルバチケが入ります。
Very timely contribution from Yamaguchi. Final 15 seconds. Couple of seconds differential on the game clock and shot clock. Kawamura. Is he going to launch it? Yes, he is. A long three. Misses it badly. They got to go quickly. They get up a shot, but it was too long. And at the end of three, well, they have been able to close the gap. Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, very nervous 10 minutes coming up for Ibaraki Robots. It's 70-66. Ibaraki Robots on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. 10 minutes remaining.
本日の来場者数は5482名です。ご来場誠にありがとうございます。まもなく第4クォーターのスタートです。
Well, again, the stakes couldn't be any higher, really, in all of these games for Ibaraki as they try to keep their heads above water, to remain in the top flight of Japanese basketball. They've got a 2-game cushion right now on Shinshu Brave Warriors. Toyama even further afield, 4 games clear of them. And fourth quarter action underway. It's all about execution. It's all about good decisions. It's all about making big plays. O'Brien back outside. Luke May for 3. That's good. That is a huge shot. 17 points. First points of the second half for Luke May. Oliver. Here goes Kentamori. I mean, it'd be a nice weekend for Yokohama if they could get a sweep. Luke May almost turning it over. They get it outside. Wide open 3 for Yamaguchi. He has been excellent 18 points, which is now a team high. And Kitamori knocks it down. Well, that's a good shot, considering he just made one. That shows a lot of confidence from the captain. Here's O'Brien. The double comes. Oliver called for the foul. O'Brien. Oh. And turns it over. So Johnny Bryant injured on the play. He's going to try to walk it off. Guess it's his ankle. Here it is again. Oh, I think it's his left. Kind of like rolled a little bit as he went up. He's going to go straight to the locker room, and this could be a decisive situation here with O'Brien leaving the floor to go to the locker room. Now they've lost arguably their biggest weapon inside. And we'll see if they can exploit it. But Kai Soto remains out of the game. Seems like he would be the one that would exploit it more than anybody. There is Kai King for three.
Let's go.
Yamaguchi. May steps back. Another three for Luke May. 20 points for Luke May. That is a team high for the North Carolina Tar Heel. Here he goes again. Catches it, jabs, has plenty of time to release and score. Here's May in transition. It looked like he was going to go out of bounds, but then Yamaguchi ends up getting the three. And the three-point shooting has been good. You're not going to complain if you're Ibaraki Robots and you're shooting 46% from deep. That is a good percentage. And you know that Yokohama are going to take and make a lot of threes as well. They are 12 of 28. So if you can match them in that department, you've got a chance. The concern that you have is that with 7:46 remaining, and arguably the most exciting player in Japanese basketball is coming back into the game, Yuki Kawamura, who has 22 points. And Yoki Kawamura gets it to Oliver, but he misses. Now Luke May fouled by Kai King. So Kai Soto back in the game, as well as Kawamura. And the lob was there for Oliver, he just didn't make it. Kai Soto's he's played under 10 minutes and he just looks exhausted. I don't know, maybe he's not well. Here's May, steps back for three. I'm telling you, he is hot as a firecracker. 23 points for Luke May. Luke May now 5 of 8 from three-point range. Yamaguchi gets in. It's a 13-point lead. That is their biggest lead of the game. You would think they are in a winning position right now with 6:45 remaining. May fouled by Oliver. Good defense. Oliver forcing the turnover this time. And that's the one thing you can't do is turn it over. If you're Ibaraki, that will definitely open up the door to a comeback. Utah, you know he wants to launch it. He does. Another three for Jared Utah, his 4th of the game. He is now 4 of 9 from deep. 16 points, but the answer, the 3 from Luke May. 26 points. Entry pass to Soto. Oh boy. Kai Soto just can't get it going. Just looks tired. So he's fouled by Luke May. Free throws coming. Luke May is going to sit down. He's got 2 fouls. He'll come back in, I would imagine, pretty quickly. Kai Soto cuts the deficit to 11. He's got 8. Their very survival in the B1 League could depend on this result. And Hirao misses. He has had a struggle. He hasn't really taken that many shots, but he hasn't looked good taking the ones that he has. Just 1 of 9, in fact. I mean, Hirao averages 7.5, almost 7.5 points per game. So it's not like you're looking at him to get a lot of scoring, to do a lot of scoring, but Yamaguchi has just been a star today. 17. Here's the pick and pop, and nobody picks up Yamaguchi. And Coach Aoki just is looking beside himself. Nobody picks him up. Nobody switches. Now Soto goes up against Tapscott and again is fouled, so he has free throws coming. Well, you can hear Glessman saying that's not a foul, but Referee made the call and timeout. 13 points. The lead for Ibaraki as they close in on a precious victory against Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. And you know that one eye here in Ibaraki Robots, you know that one eye has to be on the other games. The Brave Warriors, Shinshu Brave Warriors, chasing, playing today as well. Here's Kai Soto. Makes the first. And the second, so he's started to make his free throws, which is what he didn't do early on. June McCrane Thunder leading Shinshu Brave Warriors by 9, so if they can hold on, they can pick up a game. They can stretch their lead to 3 over the Brave Warriors. Talking about Ibaraki. Yamaguchi, short, great hustle, but the ball saved in bounds to Oliver. Kawamura to Utah. Kai Soto to Utah. Oh, nice move, Utah. Didn't finish. Didn't get the drop, but it looked good. Luke May, hand in the face this time by Soto. Oliver, a meter behind the arc, misses. May with another rebound. And that's one aspect to his game that perhaps isn't as appreciated as much, what he's been able to do. 14 rebounds today for Luke May. Pat Scott hustles back and plays defense. And they get it to Yamaguchi, and you just have to say that is a nail in the coffin. Great work, Tapscott, pushing it up the floor. And Yamaguchi has just been outstanding. Not one of the better passes, and again, Kai Soto just looks exhausted. Looks like he needs to take a week off. And Yamaguchi, meanwhile, lays it up and in. 13 points of difference. 3.5 minutes remaining, and the writing certainly looks like it's on the wall, but I suppose with 3.5 minutes to go and this Yokohama team that is able to knock down three-pointers, it's never over until the final buzzer. At least if they can get it down to single digits. Good job, Kenta Mori, going past Tapscott, and he gets the foul called.
Let's go.
Two fouls on Kenta Mori.
Let's go.
Tapscott. Kawamura for three. And again, Tapscott brings a lot to the table, but I'm not sure that's what they needed on that previous trip. His penetration and shot attempt. He's not been scoring a lot today anyway. Right now, the clock is the enemy for Yokohama. You don't want to speed the game up. You want to use as much as you can, really. Here goes Luke May. Oh, it was going for the throwdown, and he's fouled. Good, strong, aggressive play for Luke May. Well, twice he's had 29 points this season. He had 26 yesterday. And Luke May misses the first. Takes the second. Three-point shot from Kawamura, misses this time, and May with another board. He's got Shaquille O'Neal type numbers today with his rebounds and points. Nice, beautiful bounce pass. That's going to do it. Tapscott dunking his team back in front by 11. And Oliver drills a three. Well, maybe I was a little bit too early on writing off their chances as Yokohama get it back to 8. But again, if they don't turn it over and they take time off the clock, it's going to be awfully difficult for Yokohama. Oh, look, but they do turn it over. And Kenta Mori drives in, and he is fouled on the drive. Unbelievable. It is the only thing that can hurt. It is the only thing that can prevent Ibaraki from winning this game is turning the basketball over. And full marks to Kenta Mori.
ゴールが行われています。ゴールテーキングです。ゴールは認められています。
So they did not call the foul on the play. He thought he was fouled. I tell you what, they are fortunate that the whistle didn't blow. And now it becomes a little bit tricky for Ibaraki. This is a very important possession. And this is wise. You want to take it down as much as possible. And the whistle blows to reach. Well, Hirao looks like he's got the confident gait going to the line, and Oliver fouls out. And I think the only reason why he got that foul called was because of his swiping down motion. It's kind of an unusual reaction over there on the Yokohama bench to Hirao. Jared Utoff getting some treatment while Hirao goes to the line. I mean, if he makes these, if he misses these, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I don't understand why people are smiling and laughing. I mean, the stakes are huge at this point. He has to make this one to make it a 3-possession game, and he does. Effectively, 7-point lead. Kennedy's going to come back into the game. So Kawamura with 1 minute remaining. Oh, pump fake. Now the question is, was he shooting? And I assume he was. Yep. 3 free throws. And Ibaraki are making some plays right now. Suramaki. Hirao comes back in. They're inviting Yokohama back into the game. They're not playing smart basketball. You never foul the jump shooter. You never, especially foul the 3-point shooter. You know they're going to be putting up threes. It's a hard enough shot as it is, so don't leave your feet on the pump fake. Kawamura makes the second. And now if he makes this, it's a 4-point game, and it is wide open. All bets are off. If Yokohama steal this game, you worry about Ibaraki staying in the top flight, because they will have blown this one in a big way. So 28 points for Yuki Kawamura, 93-89. Turnovers, fouling the 3-point shooter. These are the reasons why Ibaraki are in relegation danger. You can't make mental mistakes, and fouling the 3-point shooter, especially at this time of the game, and especially that foul on that 3-point attempt, that was ridiculous. That just can't happen. So Oliver's fouled out. Kai King has 4 fouls, really, and that's all the foul trouble for Yokohama. I mean, the other thing that'll hurt you is if you miss free throws. Ibaraki today, 8 of 12 at the free throw line. The weird thing is they've only turned it over 8 times. So you see Ibaraki Robots, their recent games, close losses. Couple of heartbreaking defeats to a very good Ryuka Golden Kings team than yesterday, and they can't afford to blow this one. They led by 13 points. They were in command. Tapscott up ahead. Yamaguchi back to Tapscott. So they're going to try to take all the time off the clock. Off the shot clock. Oh boy, they're going to end up taking a difficult shot here. Luke May puts it up and did not get it off in time. And Utah did a good job of getting the hand up and then not fouling May. And that was a possession where they were just concerned about taking every one of the 24 seconds off the shot clock. That's what it looked like to me. But it would not be surprising if Yokohama win this game right now, the way this has gone at the end, or at least if they force overtime. And if they force overtime, you can't see Yokohama losing. Sudo for 3, and the second day in a row, Sudo has buried a huge three-pointer. Unbelievable. And Ibaraki Robots, what have you been doing over this final 3 minutes? It has been for the neutral fan, it's been tough to watch. But they should never be in this position. And now all it takes is a steal or missed free throws. Now, if they don't get the steal, they can always commit the foul and put them on the line.
Let's go, regular Texas.
So essentially, what's going to happen? Yokohama are going to go for the steal, and I feel like they're going to try to harass and get the steal. And if they don't get it immediately for the first 5 or 6 seconds, they will definitely foul. But with Kawamura and Sudo on the court, and somebody's going to have to make some pressure free throws, most likely. Oh, and Luke May stepped out of bounds. And Ibaraki Robots imploding. It's uncomfortable watching. I can't quite believe it. This could be the implosion of the season if they do not win this game. I'm not sure they'll win another game for the rest of the season if they don't hold on and win today. They inbound the ball. Will they go for the winner? Kawamura drives, puts it up, and he puts Yokohama in front. Final 9 seconds. Tapscott has it. Tapscott takes it, puts it up, and he makes it. Unbelievable. It is not who you would have thought would hit the go-ahead shot. They put it up, Sugiura! And boy, do they hold on by the skin of their teeth. He had a good look, and Tapscott has basically saved Ibaraki Robots. who were in danger of relegating themselves today. That's what it felt like. Even though they have a 2-game cushion, had they gone down today, it would have been such a mental blow, they might not have recovered. But as it is, it's Ibaraki Robots getting a precious 95-94 win over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, and I'm pretty sure that Coach Glassman is not going to be happy how his team almost crumbled right at the end. From Luke May stepping out of bounds to fouling the 3-point shooter, other turnovers. It's kind of hard to be happy to win. Yeah, you're happy that you got the W, but you can't be happy with how you closed that game out. That should never have been a contest, and I think Coach Glassman knows it. And for Coach Aoki and Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, they were just, it felt like they didn't really step up until the very end of the game. So Tapscott makes the go-ahead bucket and ends up with 6 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, the play of the game. So you see the next 2 games, Hokkaido is where Ibaraki will play on Wednesday, and Sendai will be, sorry, also we have that other game is coming up. Here we go. Here's Glassman. Let's see what he has to say.
Thank you, Shay. Again, it's obviously this is as a team we're going through a lot here. They're fighting. We got to get better defensively, but I can't tell you enough how much the fans have kept us fighting.
本当にいろんなことを私たちは乗り越えなければいけないんですけれども、最後のディフェンスを止められなかったり、ただ本当に今日はファンの方々のために私たちは戦ってます。
We've continued to get better all year, and I think the number one reason is obviously the players, but the number 2 reason that we keep getting better is our fans. You guys have been there since day one, and it means so much to us. So thank you. We have 1 more month, so we need your support to finish out the year.
本当に私たちは毎日良くなってるんですけれども、その中の一番の理由が選手たちだと思います。2番目の理由がファンの方たちだと思います。あともう今シーズン残り少ないですけど、もう少しだけサポートよろしくお願いします。
Next home game, Mo. Ganbatte, kashimashou.
Number 17, Hayato Yamaguchi!
Well, Yamaguchi played well. He had that turnover at mid-court that was almost, potentially hugely costly. But that was really his only, it felt like that was the only foot that he put wrong today. Everything else was excellent for him. And you just see all the potential that he has in his game.
さあそれでは見事 MVP に輝きました山口隼人選手に、質問をしていきます。まずは昨日のリベンジ、今の気持ちをお聞かせください。最高です。昨日あれだけの試合をして今日も最後苦しい展開となりましたが、昨日キャプテンの涙もありました。そんな中での今日試合に入り方、どういった入り方をしようと思ったんでしょうか。
時のキャプテンの涙があったんで、今日は負けられないということで多分全員気合入ってましたし、先週の琉球戦、そして昨日と同じ展開になってしまったんですけど、今日は我らがシェイが最後決めてくれたんで、
すべて
So Yamaguchi, the
今日の試合の得点
MVP of the game, but also pays tributes to Tapscott.
ご自身で22得点、良かったところを教えてください。
継続してペイントアタックしてレイアップできたところと、本当に相手うちスリーポイントシュート入る選手が多いんで、広がっているところにスペースができてるんでアタックし続けただけだと思います。
そんな隼人の活躍を昨日は5911人、そして今日は5482人のお客様がこのアダストリアミトアリーナに駆けつけてくれました。最後にブースターに一言お願いいたします。
はい。本当にここまでブースターが入ったアリーナで試合をしたことが今までなかったので、ホームの力ってすごいなって思いましたし、今日もすごい声届いてたんで勝てたと思います。本当にいつもありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。山口隼人選手です。さあ、そして今日はもう一方にやっぱり聞かなきゃいけないなと思っているんですが、最後素晴らしいシュートを決めましたチェハルス・タプスコント選手にもお話をお伺いしましょう。さあ、まずは昨日の敗戦からの今日の試合です。最後のシュート、どういった気持ちだったんでしょうか。
最後のシャット良かったです。
みんなその笑顔を待っていました。ここからまだ最終戦まで試合はあります。ここから残りの試合の意気込みをブースターの皆さんにお願いいたします。
Yeah, calm down, calm down. Hey, everybody, you guys have done a great job supporting us. We really appreciate it. It really helps energize us. So please, going forward, keep it up, and we'll do our best to win.
本当に今シーズン皆様のサポートは素晴らしい。
Looking back to what Yamaguchi said, we're really happy to win, performed well. I have confidence in three-pointer today. We couldn't win without the fans cheering us. So please keep cheering until the season ends.
ありがとうございます。
And Tapscott needs no
さ
translation.
あ、それでは勝利の喜びをさあ、それでは最後に、勝利の喜びを会場の皆さんと分かち合うために最後に我らの茨城コールで締めましょう。今シーズンは音連動ペンライトを持って我らの茨城コールをしますので、皆さんお手元に準備をよろしくお願いいたします。今日は MVP の山口隼人選手、そしてシェイにも、手伝っていただこうと思います。私がせーのと言ったら我らの茨城を皆さん大きな声で選手に合わせて言ってください。しっかり声を出してください。それでは山口選手、チェハルスコット選手、よろしくお願いいたします。せーの、
我らの
Ibaraki!
So you say on Wednesday, Sendai and taking on Sanin, or I think that's right. Ibaraki definitely taking on Hokkaido. Just double check that for you. So 95-94, Ibaraki Robots holding on against Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. What a game.
Yeah!
さあ本日 MVP の山口佳代子選手には最後出口のところでカメラに向かってサインをしていただきます。
So I guess a mixture of relief, joy, filling the arena and the players. And I think everybody readily acknowledges that Ibaraki, they play hard, they play well, but late in the game, it has been a struggle. And they needed to get that win today to not only improve their chances of remaining in the top flight, but to have that, basically have that confidence moving forward. And you know that the confidence was there, or the thanks, the gratitude from the coach Glussman towards the fans, saying, "Hey, listen, without you guys, we would really be struggling." So they really appreciated it, and they came out today and they got another win, 9th of the season. They have been few and far between, so they'll take anything they can get at this stage. They improved to 9-41. Here's a look back at the highlights from the day. And Yamaguchi getting the MVP, and certainly Luke May would have garnered consideration following his performance. Kai Soto got inside early, and again, Kai Soto just did not look like he was 100% for whatever reason. Whether he was carrying a bug or just tired. And I guess the worrying aspect for Ibaraki as well is that Johnny Bryant looked like he had a foot injury, but they took him out of the game in the 4th quarter. Kawamura getting that pass inside. Kawamura, despite losing, 30 points, 8 assists, 9 of 14 from the floor, 6 of 9 from three-point range. Always a threat to score. Yamaguchi, just terrific. Really had to have a great game today for his team to win. And if he can play this well every time out, he will give them a chance to win, because he's got good size, multiple tools, multi-skills. Kendi was not quite as influential in the second half as he was in the first. But again, Kawamura with his three-point shooting. He had 4 in the first half, 2 in the second, 6 three-pointers in the game. And don't forget, late he was fouled while attempting a 3, so he made all 3 free throws. This is where he connected with Kai Soto, who, despite his struggles today, he had 10 points, but again, he just had 1 rebound, Kai Soto, and nearly 14 and a half minutes. So I think that kind of tells you that he wasn't really at his best today. And I think when we say that, I mean physically or not feeling well or tired. Maki hit some big shots, hit a couple of big threes in the first half. Kawamura knocked down, again, another 3. Utah came out and buried 4 three-pointers today. Oliver came out. Did not think he was quite as influential as he usually is. He ended up fouling out. Utah, good job getting the hands up on defense. Kai King had 5 points in that spurt. And Luke May almost turned it over. Got it back outside. Yamaguchi liking the three-point celebration. Kenta Mori played well. Kenta Mori made that shot. He had 7 points, 3 assists. Also had a couple of steals, including that one late. This is when Luke May was feeling it. And also that was when Utah was feeling it. Luke May today finished 6 of 10 from three-point range, 27 points, 15 rebounds. Kawamura, that was his 6th 3. And right here, you just felt like they were going to kind of cruise to victory, but that was not what happened. Look at this steal from Mori. He went down hoping to get the foul called, potential three-point play, but the whistle did not blow. Sudo closed the gap to 1 with this shot. And then when Luke May stepped out of bounds, they had to play defense right at the end, and they couldn't stop Yuki Kawamura, who drove in and scored with the left hand, the go-ahead layup. But there is still just under 10 seconds to go, and Tapscott showing the dribbling, got all the way down and put his team back in front. Play of the game, without a doubt. Yokohama did not want to foul there, but in the end, and that almost went in. Just imagine had that gone in. So, 95-94, Tapscott gives his team the narrow win. Celebrates with his teammates.
Ibaraki!
Yamaguchi, the MVP, and Tapscott, the hero, right at the end. And again, sighs of relief as Ibaraki claimed their 9th win of the season. And those are the numbers. They actually out-rebounded Yokohama in the end, 39-34. They made 15 threes in the end, 45.5%, 45.7% for Yokohama. Inside the arc, 5 more makes for Ibaraki. So those missed free throws were almost very costly. And then if you look down and you can see for Ibaraki, they had 38 points in the paint to 28 for Yokohama. And they had 41 points from the bench, Ibaraki, which was huge, 21 points off the bench for Yokohama. Thirteen second chance points for the winners and just 7 for Yokohama. Luke May had 27 points, 15 rebounds, Hirao 4 assists to be the statistical leaders for Ibaraki Robots, and for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, Yuki Kawamura 30 points and 8 assists. Those were both team highs, and Jared Utoff was in the double digits with rebounding. He had 11, and Utoff also a double-double for him. He had 16 points and 6 assists. So overall, you have to be pleased, at least from a statistical standpoint, if you're Jared Utoff. But this will be, despite coming back in unlikely fashion, Yokohama, they will be disappointed they didn't get the win. And really, it's a tale of 2 days. The thriller won in the first game by Yokohama. The thriller won by Yamaguchi, and Ibaraki Robots on the second day by 1. And those are his numbers. 22 points. He played just under 34 minutes. 6 of 8 inside the arc, 2 of 5 from deep. And don't forget, this is coming off the bench. And he had the 4 rebounds. So great performance for the MVP of the game, Yamaguchi. And the upcoming games on Wednesday. So Ibaraki will be at Hokkaido. That'll be a game they'll be aiming to win, obviously. They'll give themselves a good fighting chance. Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, meanwhile, will be at home against Shinshu Brave Warriors. That was the one I was struggling to say earlier. That's on Wednesday. And, well, Shinshu trying to keep pace, trying to avoid the drop. And today's results does not help them in that regard. So, yeah, they fell. Anyway, the mascot's dancing, and that means it's time for us to sign off. Yeah, Shinshu fell 85-81, so they lose ground. Thanks for watching today, folks. A thrilling win for Ibaraki Robots over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS.